Are we live? Hello. All right. Hello. Live stream attempt number 2 tonight this evening. Let's see if we can get anyone watching tonight. First of all, I attempted a live stream earlier and pretty much got no viewers. Well, maybe like one or two. Let's see if I can get anyone to join in tonight, though, at least on this one. See if we can get that going. I'm going to go ahead and just change my filter here. Get my skin tone a little more color here. Or hopefully. Friday night live stream, though. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if we can get anyone. Let's see if I can get at least 2 or 3 people watching. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe my mom or my sister will be watching from home. How's it going, guys? If you guys are just joining in, say, hey, what's up? How's it going? Friday night. How was y'all's Thanksgiving? How's everything going? CV Tech, what's up? TSB, good morning or good evening, actually. How's it going, fellas? Not much. I mean, I was able to enjoy the last couple of days off. I was off Thanksgiving and today, Black Friday, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. And it was a tiring week, guys, to say the least. I was working Sunday through Wednesday, which are the busiest days leading up to Black Friday, which luckily in my job, in my day job or whatever, I don't. Hey, what's up, Manu? How's it going, man? Seeing you guys on the live stream over there, pretty good. I'm getting more of a hits tonight right now than I was earlier. I was attempting to live stream earlier, guys, and it just didn't work out, I guess. Let me know how everything's looking. I'm live streaming on the Umidigi A5 Pro. I tried live streaming on the ZTE A7 Prime, or whatever you want to call it. Do you like Tech Racks? I don't know what Tech Racks is. I don't know if that's like a YouTube channel or what. But how's it going, CV Tech, man? Hope everything's going good. Same thing with UTSB. I was actually watching Alter Tech's live stream earlier, or that OnePlus guy's YouTube channel. I'm enjoying watching his channel now, more and more, I guess. I don't know. So if he gets in later, hopefully I can say hi also. Actually, I did a video earlier on a pet food dispenser, which is like an automatic one, and it's weird because I don't normally do reviews on items like that. It's been all right. TSB says it's been okay, man. I mean, luckily I was off yesterday, so I got to spend it with my family. Do I like the Acer Aspire 3? I remember having the original Acer Aspire, which was like a little small netbook. I don't know. Do they still sell netbooks? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Glad to have y'all tonight, by the way. I'm so happy to have like at least more than a few people tonight finally, because it's been a while since I've live streamed you guys. I don't know if you guys noticed. I've been kind of cutting low on my live streaming recently, and for various reasons. It's just been work and I've just been burned out a lot, so I've been just trying to stay away from doing any type of live streaming. And since I've been off, I have the energy to do it. I was gonna do it earlier. Well, I did it earlier, but I was gonna do it earlier from like an outside area outside my house. But for whatever reason, I just didn't end up feeling like driving anywhere because I did want to test out the data network on the ZTE A Prime 7 or whatever you want to call it, and now that I have Visible active on that specific line, I wanted to test it out. I haven't live streamed in over a month, according to CV Tech. Dr. Sue says, have you played Sword and Shield on the Switch? Nice. I have, actually. I have Sword, and I haven't even gotten to the first gym, man. I think I'm already en route. I'm glad somebody noticed that I started with a little logo there, but I do have the Nintendo DS or whatever, the Switch Lite, which one of my buddies kind of laughed at and gawked at that I ended up buying one of these, but I told him I didn't really have a use for the original Nintendo Switch. I didn't really use it as much, and I ended up selling it to my nephew for his birthday. Well, I guess they just ended up buying it for him because he wanted to play Pokemon Sword and Shield also. But me, like, I still wanted to play it, but I was like, well, I can afford the Lite, so I ended up buying a Lite, and I ended up buying this pretty cool, like, kind of hardcover case at Target last night on Black Friday for like $9. I think these usually retail for like $20 probably, so I got it half off. I can't complain. So Sword and I'm not, I'm indifferent about Pokemon Sword and Shield or whatever, just because like I like the update on the graphics and all that, and the gameplay and all that. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's let's see. I feel like it's taken away from the original element of Pokemon, basically, or at least it feels like. I feel like it's so advanced now. Like, I mean, you're talking to a guy that played the original Pokemons on the original Game Boys, and like fast forward 20 plus years later, and it's just like wow, the technology that has gone into it. It's been pretty crazy. But CV Tech says he hasn't streamed in over a month, which is nuts. But at the same time, I understand, man. I know you say that you've been kind of going through stuff, and YouTube just really hasn't been your priority, man. So I completely understand. Again, there's times where I don't even want to think about YouTube. I've been very fortunate that my channel is still has a little bit of momentum right now. Now that it's the holidays, but I feel like once the holidays are over, I'm gonna see a decrease in my views by like half. I already know that. So let me drink some water, guys. I need to get some more water input in me. And it's about midnight where I am. I'm Texas. It's already 11:59 p.m. It's gonna be midnight, so it should be what December? Oh no, never mind. It's gonna be November the 30th. Wow, November 30th. I can't believe it because I feel like we just started the new year. It's been pretty crazy. It's been a pretty surreal year. I do have a TCL Roku. In fact, it's right here on the side of me. And there's my TCL Roku. I'm thinking about getting a 5 or 6 series Roku TV, which has Dolby Vision, which is a little bit higher end than this one. This one's just a regular 55-inch Roku TV with HDR or HDR plus. I don't even know. I bought that TV like 2 years ago, and it's been really good to me. I mean, there's really no issues with it other than sometimes the streaming apps are kind of they crash, like Spectrum and even YouTube crashes. Let's see. I have a TCL. They're good TVs, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. Let's see. Hello. Someone asked me, do you like AirPod Pros? I've never used Apple AirPods or AirPod Pros. I've used like generic versions of them personally, and they're good from what I've heard. It's just something I would never put my money into just because first of all, like I don't see the point in spending like $200-300 on earphones if there's a really good high chance you might lose them or get stolen. So I mean they're cool to have, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see myself using them, you know what I mean? Someone said, okay, hold on. I'm blanking out on the screen here. I'm gonna have to move this really quick. Here you go. I'm gonna move my screen over. Says, do you okay, I have a TCL. Do you like AirPod? TV Tech says, I hear TCL Series 5 is really good. Yeah, I know, and that's because they have a Series 6 already. I think I was at Best Buy last night with a friend during the Black Friday event, and they had a Series 6 TV for like $500, which I know Series 6 is going to be even way better than Series 5. So, Manu's like, do you like the LG K30? I've never reviewed the K30, so I cannot give my opinion on that. Epic Man 720 says, okay. CV Tech says, I haven't unboxed my ZTE A7 Prime yet. It's a pretty good phone. Here, let me bust mine out really quick. I have it over here. My doggies. I mean, it's a nice phone. I was actually... Here we go. It even has a light up here on the top right. Let's see if I can get it to blink. I don't know if you guys catch that or not. But you don't see like little light sensors like that or notification sensors on phones like that anymore. And that's something I love about these mid-range phones is they still use them. You know what I mean? For the most part, the ZTE A7 Prime or whatever, it's a pretty good phone. I mean, it's a big upgrade from the other phone that they were giving away, which was what the ZTE. Forget what the heck it's called, but it's another ZTE phone. There's so many ZTE phones out there. Yeah, I traded like an old whatever phone that I had laying around that I had paid less than $20 for. So I basically got my money back, especially since this phone is valued at $100. Well, I mean, can't complain though. I mean, check out the fingerprint sensor, for instance. Look at how fast that works. I mean, the screen's nice and vibrant, I mean, it's a good phone. I mean, I literally cannot complain about this device whatsoever. It's a nice looking phone all the way around. It does tend to stutter here and there. 32 gigs of internal memory, so it's a bigger upgrade from the other visible phone. I like the backing compared to the other one. This one's kind of like a matte gray instead of like a matte like white or whatever. And let me bust out the other phone just to. This is the R2, by the way. I keep forgetting. Visible R2 ZTE Blade 7 Prime, or whatever you want to call it. Almost identical backings. You can tell that this one has like the little ring around the fingerprint sensor. This one does not, but not that you really need one in these smartphones. I like this one though because again, it does have that colored power button. I'm a big advocate of like colors like that, like black and red and stuff like that. I've always been a fan. You know what I mean? This phone's dead, by the way. I need to charge it. Um, the one that I'm holding is the ZTE Blade A Prime 7, and the other one with the white backing is the ZTE R2, both from Visible Mobile. So they're good phones. I mean, I wasn't complaining about the performance on this devices either. This one had pretty good internal specs and build quality. It just again the backing I didn't care for. Camera was kind of impressive. The only crappy part about this is the 16 gigs of internal memory. Okay, so again, the other one has 32 gigs of internal memory, so that's going to give you a little bit of a better deal when it comes to internal photos and video. You know what I mean? Looks like a sandstone back. Basically, that's what it is. It looks like sandstone back. Excuse me. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. Did you guys get any good Black Friday deals, by the way? I ended up buying a My Hero Academia shirt at ThinkGeek also. I bought this and another one for like $10 a piece. I didn't spend that much, honestly. I mean, for it being Black Friday, I could have went and ordered something online or bought something. And, I was telling my family, I was just like, there's nothing really I want to buy right now. You know what I mean? But then when I was TV shopping with my buddy of mine, we went to Best Buy and he was buying a new 4K TV, and I was like, well, I already have a 4K TV. Like, there's not much of an upgrade I can do unless I get like a QLED or an OLED or something like that to that extent. And those are like in the thousands, and I'm just like, I really can't afford something like that. But then I was looking at those TCL Roku TVs with Dolby Vision, and right away I can tell the difference like in visual quality from those ones compared to the one I have. And don't get me wrong, like the TV I have is a 4K UHD TV with HDR, and it's good. You know what I mean? But you can tell the colors pop more on those Dolby Vision TVs than they do on these regular LED TVs. So you can tell the difference. And I'm thinking about getting one. The one that I want cost only like $329, so that's not really a big deal for me. If you knew so if I do buy one, I will probably do an unboxing of it, and then I'll probably post it up over here, and sell my other TV to my parents or something like that. You bought a newer iPhone, CV Tech. What did you get? Did you get like the XR or something like that? As far as games, I didn't buy any games. I mean, I had already bought the Switch Lite a couple weeks back, so I've been kind of occupied with that lately, but nothing too bad. Let's see who's messaging me. Friends send me a snap. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Do you like the iPhone 11? Do I like the iPhone 11? I love it, honestly. Performance wise, it's not much different from my iPhone 10. It lags. I mean, when you have an iPhone, you know that they don't really tend to lag at all or anything like that. So when you're using an iPhone, again, it doesn't, there's really not a lot of performance issues. The thing for me was the battery life, which this phone has really kind of gone above and beyond on my expectations on battery life. It's a lot better than my iPhone 10. And again, this is the iPhone 11, not the 11 Pro. So it's kind of a downgrade for me if you think about it, because I'm, missing that OLED panel. I'm missing that extra camera sensor. But at the same time, I don't really need the ultra wide. I'm happy with the two cameras. I'm just happy with the ultra wide and then the telephoto lens or whatever. And again, the downgrade on screen, having to go from OLED to back to LCD, and then the display resolution, which I mean, on smartphones, first of all, you can't really tell. You can't really tell on smartphones most of the time like what resolution something is in, especially when you're streaming something, unless it's lagging and you can tell that there's like choppiness and blurriness. So when you're live streaming or you're streaming like that, you're not really going to be able to tell. So me personally, like I don't care about the resolution. I don't need it to be like a 4K a 4K screen or whatever for it to be nice and anything like that. You know, as long as I can see the picture okay, then I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Do I like the HP Stream 14? I'm not 100% sure what that is. If that's a gaming laptop or something like that. Manu Vegas, man, you got a lot of questions tonight, man. Thanks for asking me those questions. I mean, these are a lot of devices. There's a lot of devices out there that you know I cannot give you my opinion on basically because there's just so much stuff out there. And I really don't you know follow a lot of I don't follow all the tech out there. You know, some people do. I do not. You know, the tech that I follow is stuff that I mainly use. You know, whether it be smartphones or gaming or my computer devices, etc. like that. So you know, I'm not saying anything bad, you know, there. I'm just, you know, hopefully that oh, you know what? I need to like my own video, by the way. Like I should share this on Twitter, by the way. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I will show you my Twitter page. Hold on, let me view my profile. I will copy my link here, and you guys can follow me on Twitter if you guys are already not following me on Twitter, by the way. So let me paste that. CV Tech says he tried the iPhone 11 and he kind of wanted to keep the Touch ID, so I got an iPhone 8 Plus. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, I mean, I have an iPhone 7 there that's been sitting there, and I'm just thinking about getting rid of it. You know what I mean? A lot of people like are addicted to Touch ID and fingerprint sensors, but really, once you stop using it, you don't really miss it too much. I mean, it's nice to have. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, if I were to ever go back to Android, I would probably like to go back to Touch ID. And you know all these smartphones that I review, like the ZTE, you know, it has Touch ID, but it also has Face Unlock also. So if I wanted to, I can just set up the Face Unlock, which I need to set up the Face Unlock on this device actually. It's running Android 9. Let's see if we can do that really quick actually while we're live streaming. Let's see if we can set up Face ID. I mean, you should have gone with the XR. I mean, the 11's a major upgrade from the XR. I can tell you that much. I mean, I use my XR daily for work, and I can tell you right off the bat that you know you're gonna use the XR or get the 11. I would rather get the 11 instead. I mean, especially that it's only $100 more. But I mean, if you don't end up exchanging it, it's whatever. You know what I mean? I know the battery life on the 8 Plus is not nearly as good as the 11 or the XR. So I mean, just you know, take that with a grain of salt. That's just from experiences, okay? Um, what is the difference between Touch ID and a fingerprint scanner? It's basically the same thing. I mean, these little fingerprint scanners is what Touch ID is. It's what it is. You know what I mean? The only thing is Apple's Touch ID was probably the most responsive and best one to use. It was and it was very I guess adapted to their ecosystem of apps and everything. Because if you logged into like your bank or whatever, or if you logged into a specific app that required a password or some sort of like verification, you could just use Touch ID. And a lot of people don't like the fact that now you have to that you use Face ID with it instead, which it's just you know it's another alternative. It's not really a big difference, I guess. To me, it's not a big difference because I mean you just kind of adapt to using Face ID instead. Um, do I have the LG Tribute HD? I do not. I think I reviewed it one time, like a year or two ago, I think, but I do not have it anymore. Let's see. Let's go to the security on here. Security and location. Screen lock. Let's go to. Let's see if this has facial unlock. It does not. Wow. It only allows screen lock with the pin. Interesting. Hold on. Let me do a security update on this. Check for new system updates on my phone. What's up, Tech for Your Needs? How's it going? I literally thought that this phone had face unlock, which I need to go back and check because I know that the ZT or the CoolPad Legacy S does have face unlock. Here we go. Face verify. Here we go. So I'm just freaking out. Okay. The security of Face Verify is lower than that of password, pattern, or fingerprint. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. I'm going to do it on the screen. It just did it really quick. Face verification. Unlock directly. Unlock directly. If the screen is turned on, the face is verified. It'll just go. Okay, awesome. Okay. So let's try it. All right, so let's see if you guys can get that or not. I want to get this on camera, okay? So I'm going to try out the screen. No fingerprint sensor over here. Let's try it. So it works relatively quick. Let's do that again. Hold on. Let's angle it out a little bit. There we go. That's not too bad. I mean, it's almost. I would like to say it's almost as fast as like the Face ID with Apple, but I know Apple's Face ID is like pretty top notch. I mean, um, what's up, Tech for Your Needs? How was your Thanksgiving? It was pretty good, man. I mean, I spent most of the day at my family's casa, my sister's house. They did turkey. My dad did the turkey, and my sister did like all the sides, and I did all the eating. I did all the eating. It was not bad though. It was chill. For the most part, we spent the afternoon there, and then at evening, I went Black Friday shopping with one of my buddies, and he bought a TV, and I bought the Nintendo Switch case, which again I bought this little baby, which is a nice little case. I spent like $9 on it. It's pretty good. Bought that, and then I ended up getting again this My Hero Academia shirt, which if you guys are not familiar with anime, you won't know, but it's an anime, so. Do I like Xbox One or PS4? I like them both. I have both PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. Obviously, each one has their like up, good and bad. I guess when it comes to gaming, it's really preference. I have them both because my nephews have both the PlayStation and the Xbox. So there's some games that I'll play with them on either console. So that OnePlus guy. Let's see. Do you like? But yeah, for the most part, like I haven't really touched my Xbox or PlayStation 4 in a while, and I feel really bad for my Xbox because I really like playing Xbox. Like I'm a big Xbox guy. I used to be at least, but it's just been a while. You know what I mean? I haven't really touched it, haven't wanted to play my Xbox in the longest time. I probably haven't played it since like before the summer. You know what I mean? So. It is what it is. By the way, guys, I'm getting new glasses. I should be getting my new lenses and frames next week. They'll be a little bit different than these ones. These ones are like just kind of like a plain Jane black pair of glasses. Those ones will be Oakley's. So I'll be getting those instead. So hopefully that works out and hopefully they look good because I need new glasses. There's actually a big scratch right here in the middle of one of my frames that you guys probably can't see. But I dropped them the other day at work, and I just decided, hey, I'm gonna just get new lenses. Cost me $200 though. My insurance covered mostly everything, but I ended up getting like all the extra coatings, and I ended up getting what's called like a digital lens, I guess, because it's just easier on the eyes. You know what I mean? When you're constantly looking at screens like I am, like I'm looking at screens all day. That's why. So. CB Tech says I used to be a huge PlayStation person, but once I got the Xbox One S, I haven't looked back. I mean, I think the cool part about Xbox is their ecosystem is pretty okay to use. I mean, PlayStation, I feel like their UI just they never got it right with their UI. The Xbox UI, they kind of when they transitioned over when Windows 8 got updated. Whoa, excuse me, let me fix this. When Windows 8 got updated, they kind of copied the whole block look or whatever for Windows, which I really wasn't a fan of. But it's you kind of get used to it, I guess, from there, and it's really not as bad looking as I would like. As far as PlayStation, I mean, they're both, they both play games good. If I had to choose on like playability, I would probably choose Xbox. But for like better graphics and whatnot, I would go PlayStation, obviously. So it's really up to the person. I like Sony. I mean, I like Sony and the gaming company. I don't really care for like Sony Pictures and like their media entertainment companies, I guess. But they own Spider-Man, so it's like whatever. I guess I can't do much there. Tech for Your Needs. If you're still there, say what's up, man. How was your Thanksgiving, man? Let me know how you guys are doing. Michael Hill. Wow. Oh my God. Is that Michael Hill? Am I seeing things? Are my eyes deceiving me over here, guys? What's up? They're asking me if I like PlayStation 4 and Xbox. Michael Hill. How's it going, brother? How are you doing tonight? Hopefully you guys had a good holiday. Let me know what you guys did or whatever. Me again, I just hung out with my family, ate some good food. Today I was off. We celebrated my niece's 5th birthday, which is actually tomorrow or today because it's already midnight on my end. So her birthday is today, 5th birthday. Michael Hill says he likes Xbox all the way. Do I like the USA? Well, I live in the USA, so I guess you can say I like it. But there's not much more I'll comment on that. I'm an American and I support my country, right? Where are you from, Manu? Manu Vegas. Vegas. Where are you from? I know you're probably maybe not from the US, or maybe you are. Maybe you're Peruvian, or from Brazil, something like that. Who knows? I don't know. I'm in Las Vegas. What? That's why you go by Manu Vegas, right? That's pretty cool. I've actually been to Vegas like one time in my entire life, and I was there for like 2 or 3 days. And it's a really pretty city. Luckily, when the one time I went, the weather was pretty okay. I got to go on that big Ferris wheel, what's it called, like the high roller or whatever. And just a little bit of sightseeing here and there. I mostly stayed on the strip. I didn't really go anywhere else. We just walked around and did a lot of eating and did a lot of not so much shopping, I guess, but we just looked around and enjoyed ourselves at the I guess on the strip. You know what I mean? A lot of interesting things to see. I guess there's just you would literally have to be there like a good while to kind of enjoy everything out there in Las Vegas. Though there's just too much to see and do. You know what I mean? Um, but I mean, I would like to go back. It's just hopefully next time I go, I'm going back with the right person or people next time. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't with the right person at that time. You know what I mean? So okay, what is that? Frito Lay. Okay. Michael Hill says he had to go to 4 different Thanksgiving dinners. That's crazy. I only went to one, thank God, and that was it. And then for dinner, I think we ended up going to like Little Caesars to get pizza for my nephews because they had already eaten turkey and they won't eat it more than once, I guess, like everybody else. I don't know what a COX router is, by the way. I'm not going to say that because I don't want to get demonetized over here, right? I've never heard of that brand, if that is a brand. So we'll just kind of stick to that, I guess. Um, but I use Netgear for all of my routing purposes. Although, a lot of companies they use they let you use their own equipment, which I have Spectrum service, and for the most part, the modem they gave us is like a wireless modem also, but I don't use the wireless because I don't want to pay extra, so I have my own wireless modem. TSB says 4 question mark. I'd be so stuffed. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, four Thanksgiving dinners is a lot. I mean, I would do 2 max and that's it, man. Forget that. 4, you'd be like exploding at that point. So there's too much turkey and too much good stuff. Do you like the Google Pixel 3 or 4? I personally have never used either one. I've gotten my hands on the Pixel 4, and I like the build quality of the Pixel 4. Although I hate the notch. I think that for a phone, for Google to want to have a good phone out there, you think that they would like to make the phone look a little more appealing. You know what I mean? And they just don't care about looks, I guess. Obviously the iPhone's kind of like the same way. They're more about functionality and use. I'm super jealous of you, CV Tech, by the way, that they sent you the Pixel 4. If I had the Pixel 4, I would probably be using that as my daily, by the way. I would have taken the SIM card out of my iPhone 11 and I would be using the Pixel 4 as my daily just because. And I would probably swap back and forth maybe. Or I would use it with my Visible SIM because I do have Visible Mobile also. Uh, so again, I'm testing out the ZTE Blade A7 Prime with Visible. Let's run a live speed test with that. By the way, I'll probably post a video about that later. Hold on, let me exit out really quick. Let me turn on my Wi-Fi. I haven't taken my SIM card out since I got it. I mean, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, the Pixel 4 is a flagship device, man. So for you to have it, I'm super jealous. And I'm hoping next year I will be on Team Pixel's radar. You know what I mean? All right, let's run a speed test, guys, with Visible Mobile. Basically, again, Visible Mobile is, Verizon's network. I mean, I would switch because it's a flagship device and because of the camera, but I've heard a lot of negative things about the video on it. Man, look at it. It took forever just to get a ping on here, man. Or what's going on, Verizon? What is going on? I'm averaging about 30 megs, but I'm seeing here that it's going higher than 25. That's what 25. I'm averaging about 30 megs on Visible, which again it's for Verizon's network. Not too bad. It's again the upload speed is probably more impressive than anything else, guys. But for the most part, it is what it is. I mean, it really depends on the city and where you're at, I guess. 30 download, 18 upload, by the way, if you guys are interested in that. Yeah, I mean, for those of you who don't know, before I transitioned over to iOS and Apple, I was a pretty big avid Android user, like Aloha Android or Tito Escobar. He's been strictly mainly using Android phones, and for good reason. There's a lot of positives to have an Android phone. First of all, the customization, it's just unparalleled on compared to the iPhone. The iPhone, you really can't do much as far as customization on making your home screen look different than everybody else's, obviously. Adding widgets, adding little things like calendars and whatnot to your screens, having multiple screens, that allow you to do different things, and just stuff like that. You know what I mean? And that's really what I loved about Android back then. And I used the Nexus devices, which was again pre-Pixel, before Google decided to try to go more mainstream. And if you ever use the Nexus device, I mean, you'll know that those devices were very fluid and fast. The last Nexus device I had was actually the 5X, which I ended up selling to Aloha Android or Tito Escobar, and he's been enjoying that for the most part. But prior to that, I had the Nexus 6, not the 6P, but the Nexus 6, which was made by Motorola, and then before that, I had the Nexus 5, the original Nexus 5, and I love the Nexus 5, the original Nexus 5. I thought it was an awesome looking phone, awesome build quality. Probably even for its time, one of the most fluid phones I've ever used. It was so fast. It never stuttered. It was buttery smooth. I can literally compare it to like use of an iPhone from back then, at least. If I were to try to use one now, I wouldn't be able to tell you guys. But if you were to try to buy a used one now, you're still looking between like 75 and $100 for like a phone that's like 5 years old, guys. So that's saying something. You know what I mean? Um, Let's see. Manu says, "Do you like the Samsung Galaxy J3 Emerge? I've never used it, man. I do want to review a Samsung phone maybe before the end of the year, either the A20, the A10e, or the A50. One of those phones. And the A50 is probably like the most expensive out of those three. So I probably will either go with the A20 or the A10e. Speeds are pretty good, thanks TSB. I used to be strictly Android, but now I carry two phones. I've got an Android and an iPhone. I mean, they both have their advantages. Me personally, like I guess I just kind of adapted more to the Apple ecosystem. You know what I mean? Even though I sold my MacBook Pro, so now I'm kind of like leaning back towards wanting to use Android again, just because I don't have my MacBook Pro anymore. And the reason why I liked using my iPhone with my MacBook Pro is because I was able to use AirDrop, and I was able to AirDrop my pictures, my video files, and I can just point and shoot with my Apple iPhone. And now what I have to do, because my iMac here doesn't support newer versions of AirDrop, I guess. Now I have to upload my videos to like Google Photos or Google Drive, and then download them, and it takes forever to upload them sometimes, depending on the file size. So, all right, Manu. See you next time, man. Have a good night. Thanks for the questions. And I do not know what I don't know what that is. E something M. Um, but regardless, thanks for joining in on my stream tonight, man. I really appreciate you being here tonight. Again, I hope you're already a subscribed user, by the way. I'm so close to 10K, by the way, guys. I am about 500 subscribers away from 10,000, so I can taste it. It's like right there, man. I can't wait to hit the double digits. I'm seeing guys like Kevin Breeze almost at 50,000. That guy's been hustling it by posting like I don't know how many videos a day he's posting. He's posting about 2 to 3 videos a day, And it's just crazy the fact how like dedicated he is, but you can tell that he's putting in the work and it's paying off for him. So me, I'll try to upload at least 1 or 2 videos a week, not including any type of live streams. And it's just I know it's not helping my algorithm or whatever you want to call it, I guess. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, I maximized the screen. Okay, hold on. Michael Hill says, I'm currently using the A20 for my daily driver. I think it could be one of the best budget phones of 2019. It might be. I mean, I think it's under 150, I think. But you still have to look at phones like the Motorola G7 or the G7 Tower or whatever. Even the G6 from last year, if you can still get your hands on one of those are still good phones, you know what I mean? CV Tech says he is 6 subs away from 24K. That's crazy. I mean, I remember when you hit 20,000, man, which doesn't seem like that long ago. So to jump up from that number to 4,000, man, that's pretty crazy, man. If you think about it, you'll be at 30K within less than a year, man, probably. So, I'm wishing you good things there, buddy. I mean, that's really good that's amazing. You know what I mean? Me, I'll be happy if I can hit 20K within a couple of years. You know what I mean? If anything, like, I don't know how fast my channel growth is going to be. You know what I mean? I always encourage my followers to share my videos with their friends and family, or just if you have a Twitter account, just post it on there and hashtag me on everything. You know what I mean? I'm literally considering getting the Bold N1 also. There's a few phones that I'm kind of like tossing up in the air, guys, on that. So I'm either going to go with the Samsung phone or like the Bold phone, you know what I mean? And the Bold phone seems like more of a higher end phone in my opinion, even though the brand is not there to back it, you know what I mean? Samsung phones are always going to get a little more views than those other phones because, I mean, if you really think about it, no one's heard of Bold, you know what I mean? I can't wait to hit 10K, man. Honestly, I feel like 10K is long overdue for my channel because I've been doing this since 2012, man, on this channel. That's like more than 5 years already. A little more than 5 years already, actually. So I mean, 5 years to get to 10K. I did take a brief hiatus, when I was going to school. What's up, Jeremy Baker? I might have a Bold N1 for sale. What's up? Why do you want to get rid of the phone, man? I remember when RJ had about 7,000. Now he's at 20. That's a crazy number. You know what I mean? I think when I restarted making videos back at the end of 2017, 2018, early 2018, I kind of made it a goal of mine to make it a thing of mine that I want to be a better content creator for you guys. Obviously. So if you guys watch my videos before 2017 and then you compare them to videos in 2019, you'll see a big difference hopefully on like the videos and the video quality, the audio quality, whatever you want to call it, I guess. And I hope that has helped my channel. And if it hasn't, oh well. But you know what I mean? I feel like you have to kind of have a balance of like what you're doing as far as like video production on your videos. And me, like, I tend not to use a lot of B-roll. I kind of just talk, you know what I mean, in most of my videos. And I'm hoping that people enjoy the videos, but at the same time, I do want to do a little more with my videos. And I've been saying that for a long time, but at the same time, it's just a matter of time and editing and whatnot, you know what I mean? Jeremy Baker says, I really like trying phones out. I get bored quick. That's understandable, man. CSB says 10,000. Are you celebrating it? I don't know, man. I really want to hit 10,000 before the end of the year. I don't think I'm going to hit 10,000 before 2019. If anything, I might hit 10,000 before, probably February of 2020, if anything, you know what I mean? Oh, you're looking for a OnePlus 6T. Well, eBay, man, or what's that website that you can sell your buy, sell, and trade your phones? Hold on, let me just respond to a friend really quick, guys. Let me show my friend that I'm live streaming. Live streaming right now. Okay. You should talk to Alter Tech, man, or that OnePlus guy. He might have a spare OnePlus sitting around, man. He's a big OnePlus guy, so hit him up, and hopefully you can check that out. CV Tech says, I would be really happy sitting at 50K, but I'm a long way from getting there. I mean, if you think about it, you're already halfway there, man. You say you're almost at 24K. It's not going to take that long to hit 25,000, dude. And then from there, I feel like us YouTubers are really hard on ourselves at times, I guess, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the amount of growth we're getting, because some obviously people get a lot of faster growth than others, right? But at the same time, like, we kind of just have to stay humble and appreciate where we're at. You know what I mean? I mean, I know I can be much higher than what I am, and a lot of people have told me, hey, man, you know, for someone that has less than 10K subs, they really enjoy my videos, and a lot of them say that my channel is worthy of having more than that. You know what I mean? Yeah, the website's called Swappa, by the way. Um, but at the same time, 24K, man, like, I'm envious of you. If I wish I was in your spot right now, CV Tech. You know what I mean? Even though I know that doesn't seem like a lot, you know what I mean? And YouTube's algorithm sucks, man. You really just have to kind of keep putting it out there, man. Uh, Michael Hill, I think I was at around 7,000 when you started following me, maybe. When I started making content again, I was probably in the 6,000 range, actually. So probably towards the end of 2017, I don't even know. I don't remember how many subs I had at that time, but I was just like, I need to make content. I need to continue making, like, my channel growing, etc., like that. But I remember being like around the 6 to 7K mark already at that time, and that's because, again, I wasn't posting videos. I was just posting like once a month, maybe, if anything. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to jump. I've been trying to jump up in those views, and it's been tough. Social media helps a lot. Twitter, Facebook, whatever. But at the same time, you have to let it grow organically. I can't always be posting, on my Twitter or my Facebook. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you know what they say, CV Tech or RJ, they say, slow but steady wins the race, man. So, um, just keep doing what you're doing. Whether you put out one video a week or one video every couple weeks. I know there's been stuff, going on with you personally, man. So don't even, like, sweat it, man. Take your time. Don't ever worry about having to put out the content, man. Do it at your own pace. Do it because you enjoy doing it, not because you think you have to do it. And I know at the end of the day, some of us do this because the money helps, obviously, right? Sometimes this might be someone's only means of money. You know what I mean? And I can understand that. You know what I mean? But if you're not enjoying it, take a step back. Reevaluate what you want to do with your channel and whatnot. Set goals, or think of ways that you can change your channel, man, and just go from there. You know what I mean? I think I'm always thinking of ways to change my channel, and I just kind of like, well, you kind of get ideas when you watch other people's videos, and I kind of try to tie in, like, different elements uh, from other people's channels into mine. Let's see. Sorry, I'm responding to a friend here. Nice. Oh, my friend finally evolved her Charmeleon into a Charizard on Pokemon Go. She named him Ralph. Uh, yeah, my channel is growing. Okay, hold on. Michael Hill says you should do a Q&A and video. You should do a Q&A video. Yeah, I wish I. Well, you can do. You can ask me any question, man. All my videos are Q&A. So if you want to start a Q&A on my channel, man, go ahead, man. That's fine with me, dude. I mean, do you want me to title it BTech Reviews Live Q&A? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, let's see. Same here, dude. Like, I mean, all I have is my bedroom. I don't have a lot of office space. I had considered making one of our spare bedrooms like a studio, but, like, it's just too much. Like, I don't really care to do that. I mean, right now, I think what I have at my house, my desk, my room, whatever, is fine. And if I need to do any shooting, like, outside in, like, an outdoor environment, I'll just go to, like, an area that's well lit. And when I take videos and I test out, like, the camera quality on my phones and whatnot, I'm not opposed to doing any of that. Jeremy Baker says my problem is with the Bolt N1 is the MediaTek processor. I do a lot of app beta testing, and for one reason, every time I'm using the phone with a MediaTek, it always seems to crash more frequently. That's understandable, man. A lot of those ROMs, I don't know if they're or apps or whatever you or beta testing might not be suitable for the MediaTek processor. A lot of them are catered towards processors that are for flagship devices. Like your Snapdragons and your and your whatever else. I mean, I guess Android is more catered to having Snapdragon processors or Qualcomm processors. Um, I mean, I have a MediaTek processor. I'm live streaming on the Umidigi A5 Pro right now. So, and I'm familiar with MediaTek and their processors, and they're not bad. I mean, they're not stuttery and they're not slow. They're pretty good for what they are. For the price, I mean you really can't beat it. You know what I mean? Um, and definitely, I mean, shoot, I would consider taking the phone off your hand if you were to give me a good deal, man. But I'm literally not going to pay what you paid for it. So sorry, I know it's depreciated already. Um, let's see. What does the B stand for in B Tech Reviews? It stands for budget. My YouTube channel used to be called Budget Tech Reviews, and I just kind of changed it to B Tech Reviews to kind of shorten it out. I've uh, I've honestly thought about changing it to other names, I guess, you know what I mean, in the past, like last year, in 2017 or towards the end of 2018, I was contemplating on changing it to like a different name altogether, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? My name is Mike, and I don't like, I mean, there's so many guys named Mike out there, so I didn't want to obviously use my name to integrate it. And most of my tech reviews have been budget items, you know, budget tech related. So when I started this channel, my original YouTube name was this, by the way. I'm going to type it out just so you guys can see it. Okay, Reviewer 86. So my original YouTube name was VM Reviewer 86, okay, which stood for Virgin Mobile Reviewer. Okay, so that's what I started with. I started reviewing Virgin mobile phones, which no one really touches Virgin phones anymore because they don't sell them at Walmart or any places. TSB says maybe it's just me, but I do prefer the smaller, more intimate spaces rather than some huge office spaces that may ignore their users. Does that make sense? I mean, if I ever get big enough to where I can afford some sort of like small office space to make my videos and test out products, and I would do it. You know what I mean? I mean, I like my house and whatever. Or even if I decide to move out of my parents' garage finally, because this is my parents' garage technically, right? If I ever decide to move out and get my own place again, I would buy at least buy or rent at least a 2 or 3 bedroom place so that I can have an extra room that will allow me to just do my thing for YouTube. You know what I mean? That way, when I go to my own room, I don't have to think about any of that. You know what I mean? I will have a room for that, and then I will have room for something else. You know, I mean, it's like having a gaming room, I guess, for some people, but for me, it would be like a YouTube and content creating room. CV Tech says I bought a phone the other day online, and it's not the newer MediaTek Helio G90T processor. Supposed to be a gaming type processor. I'm hoping it performs well. Do you know about the K? Okay, Michael Hill says, do you know about the K Touch i9s? Never heard of them. That's new to me, honestly. K Touch i9s. No, I have not, man. To be honest, I mean, I haven't really been watching a lot of like, I guess, tech reviews lately. Like the only two people that I really follow in tech nowadays, besides like my main guys, which are Marquez and Unbox Therapy, which I wouldn't consider Lou from Unbox a tech reviewer. He's just an unbox guy, and he just gives you his first impressions. That's it. He just got very lucky, and people like his videos. You know what I mean? And he's fun to watch. Don't get me wrong, but like he doesn't really review the phones. He just talks about the phones after he opens them up for like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Or whatever he's review or whatever he's looking at. They're not. I wouldn't consider that a review though. Other than that, besides guys like my mainstream guys over here, I follow guys like CV Tech, Aloha, Alter Tech, obviously, Kevin Breeze, Tech Right, and whoever else. The smaller tech YouTubers. I try to follow them. I try to pay more attention to them than I do the mainstream guys. I guess you know what I mean. All right, hold on. Just doing a response. Tomorrow, probably. Okay, let's see. Michael Hill says, "Do you know?" Okay, any other questions, guys, or what's going on there? I don't. Someone disliked my video. I always get like one guy that dislikes my videos, man. What's going on, man? Who's hating on my videos, man? I mean, I don't mind it. I guess you guys have the right to like and dislike any of my content. So I guess I can't say too much on that. I think that's pretty funny though. I guess like, damn, like someone hates my YouTube channel so much that they just every time I do a live stream or make a video, they're just constantly disliking it. You know what I mean? It is what it is, I guess. I can't. Jeremy Baker says Kevin Breeze makes the same unboxing videos for every phone. You should Google it. I will not Google it, okay? Well, I mean, he get okay. Unbox Therapy opposed to Kevin Breeze. Kevin Breeze, to be honest, he's a little more detailed in what he does, though. You know what I mean? I feel like he talks about a little bit more of the aspects of how the phone works, etc., like that. You know what I mean? Opposed to guys like Lou from Unbox Therapy, but that's just me, I guess. But I ain't gonna talk trash about my buddy Kevin Breeze because him and I are buds. So I do enjoy his videos, though. You know what I mean? And he's throwing out content left and right. By the way, someone just asked me if I'm high. I am not high. I don't do drugs, man. Sorry. All right, I have five or six likes on this video. Finally, YouTube's algorithm is gonna recognize me, and it's gonna be awesome. Jeremy Baker. Jeremy Baker. And Jeremy Baker, I'm sorry, man. I have to ask, how did you discover my channel, or I guess start watching my videos? I mean, I know I've had you in live streams in the past. So you're a very good guy when it comes to like making good comments and everything like that. I'll link you later, man. Don't worry. I'll link you up later, man. No worries, okay? Hey, but I'm still a big fan of my buddy Kevin Breeze, man. I mean, he's a good guy, man. I mean, I enjoy watching his content, and he's very well spoken, and he just has a very solid. In my opinion, he's got more of a solid, like, I guess, way of shooting and editing his videos than a lot of other people. So yeah, man, don't worry. I'm not gonna talk trash about anyone over here on my channel, though. You can do what you want there, man. If you're not a fan of his channel, then just don't subscribe, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. Do I remember the LG Optimus? Yes, I do, because I had the LG Optimus, the original LG Optimus. I had the Virgin Mobile version, and I don't think I ever did a review on it. Back in the day, I think I did the Optimus Elite, which was more of a crappy phone in my opinion than the original LG Optimus. Um, but I think that it was a pretty solid phone for what it was. Even though it was like, oh my god, it was like a 3-inch touchscreen, four like solid buttons, and whatnot. I really like the Optimus, though. I think that was my one of my favorite Android phones to have back then. I guess after I had the Optimus, I switched over to the Samsung Reverb, I guess, or whatever it's called. It was a wannabe Galaxy phone, I guess, and that was a Virgin Mobile phone also. Michael Hill says YouTube recommended me your channel. Awesome. Thank you, YouTube, for finally recommending my channels to people. You know what I mean? Because I get maybe like 2 to 3 new subscribers a day. So at least the algorithm is. I mean, my viewership has been pretty good since I posted those iPhone videos. I'm getting 2,000 plus views a day, okay? Opposed to when I was before the iPhone video, I was getting maybe like 13 to 1,500 views a day, which is not that bad, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's not great either, I guess. I was shocked though because yesterday, Friday or not? Wait, what's the day? Today's Saturday already technically. Tuesday and Wednesday are supposed to be like the best viewing days for like tech reviewers because that's when everyone like goes to look up information about products that they want to buy, right? And my channel did not shoot up on Wednesday or Tuesday on views. Last year it shot up to like over almost like 10,000 views in like a day, which is a lot for me, right? For some people that's nothing. But yesterday I only had 3,000 hits on all of my videos, and I'm like, wow, dude, like that's not a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I was expecting at least more than 5,000 hits on my channel. And when I only had 3,000, I was like, damn, dude, like the algorithm is just really not doing its job this year. You know what I mean? But for the most part, it's been pretty consistent. I mean, I guess I can't complain too hard. What is this? Hot topic email. Let me delete that junk mail. More hot topic emails. I need to get rid of these emails over here. What did I order off Amazon? Okay, I ordered I did not order a sofa cover. What the heck? Okay, wrong thing. Let's see. TSB says, I believe I was in an RJ live stream and I saw that you made videos, and here I am. TSB and RJ, thank you so much, because RJ, he was there. I was probably saying, hey, come check out my channel, like Beat Tech Reviews also, you know what I mean? Michael Hill says, good night. I'll try to touch in whenever you do your next live stream. All right, man. Appreciate it, man. I hope you have a good holidays if I don't talk to you, by the way. I'll try to be more consistent with my live streams, but I don't know when my next live stream will be, actually. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, anyways, what phones are you planning on reviewing? Well, the phone that I do plan to review is the ZTE Blade A7 Prime, and I also plan to do the CoolPad Legacy S, which CoolPad actually sent to me. But again, I've just been super like busy with work and whatever, that it's just I've been distracted. So I need to go out and take pictures and videos and do my thing with that specific phone, just so I can, let's see how it handles, right? And from there, we'll see if I decide to buy one more phone before the holidays. I might try to sell a few of the phones I have right now. I have like the A5 Pro, which I never really use. I just use it to live stream because I think the front-facing camera is pretty good, by the way. So if you guys are wondering what I'm using to live stream, it's the A5 Pro. But like I have an iPhone 7 that I have just sitting here also, that I could be using to live stream also. But the reason why I like to use the A7 or the Umidigi A5 Pro is because of the battery life, dude. The battery life is awesome on this thing, so I can live stream for like 2 hours, and the battery life on it not even go like under 50%. You should check the Alcatel 3V. You never heard of it, man. Well, let's see. I have an Alcatel phone here. Alcatel, all right. You can see the logo there. I bought this cheapy Cricket phone, which I probably did an unboxing of a while back, and I just haven't touched it since then. So, but there's just too much tech to review. Let's see. That's the next LG Stylo 4 Wave, at least here in the prepaid scene. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, hey. Jeremy Baker, man, you know your stuff, man. I remember I used to follow a lot of like the prepaid stuff big time, and it just, to me, it got like super oversaturated, I guess, to a point where like I just didn't want to follow it anymore. You know what I mean? And there's just phones that I just wanted to follow like strictly on my own. You know what I mean? Or if it's something that I was interested in, I would just do it, whether it was already reviewed or not. You know what I mean? Let's see. How many people do I still got here? How many people are watching? I got 4 or 5 people. Okay. I don't know why. I guess I try to stay away from Metro because I hate the fact that I have to go inside a Metro to get a Metro phone. You can't buy a Metro phone online unless it's used like on eBay. When I reviewed the CoolPad Legacy, the original CoolPad Legacy, which is a great phone in my opinion. I think it was an amazing phone for the price, at least. It was a solid phone, very well built. The camera was decent. The screen was awesome. It was a little big for my taste. I think it was more of like a phablet, in my opinion. Again, like the screen was like what, a 6.3, a 6.4 inch touch screen, which I just didn't care for. I think once it's past like the 6 inches, it becomes unusable. Like it took a while for me to get used to this iPhone 11 over here, which I know that's like a 6 point something inch screen, and I'm just not a fan of. I really enjoyed the small form factor of the iPhone 10. But at the same time, I guess I just had to get used to it. So, but I feel like budget phones, they don't need to. they're trying too hard with the whole big screen thing, you know what I mean? I feel like I would rather have a smaller screen with something that was running a little better than a big huge screen. Like I'm blind, but I'm not that blind, you know. You can make the text bigger on these smaller screens, and for the most part it works, you know. I prefer one hand usability over having a big phone like that. So um but yeah, I mean, as far as the next phones that I'm going to review, again, I was talking to Michael Hill earlier about maybe buying a Samsung phone before the end of the year. Either that or the Bold N1, like the one that you said you're selling. And I just really am kind of like up in the air about it. You know what I mean? Because it's one, like, do I have the? It's just about the time about putting together and actually using the phone, getting hands on with it, seeing how good the battery is, seeing how good the picture and the video quality is. I think that's like one thing I really like enjoy doing on the video reviews is testing out the video and the audio quality. That one thing I can tell you about the ZTE phone is that this does not record in MP4 files. By the way, it records in like some other file. Same thing with the other phone over there, which is the CoolPad Legacy S. It does not record in MP4, so I kind of don't like that. Let's see. Jeremy Baker says, yeah, but actually, to be honest, with a channel just starting out, review units are few and are far between, and the hassle of having to go into a store is far outweighed by the huge instant rebates they run. You're right about that. No, it's not. It's not recording in H.264. Let me see if I have the raw file here on my computer really quick. I'm gonna go to my downloads. Let's see. I believe when did I take this? Give me a second. It is a. Hold on. Let me go to properties over here real quick. I do have. Let's see. The ZTE does not shoot in MP4. It shoots in what is the codec? It's a 3GP file. That's what it is. But it shoots in 1080p, which I think is weird. So that's one thing that I kind of don't like about that because I did have to convert. I did have to use a video converter to convert the video, which was a pain, by the way. No, it's not AVI, dude. It's 3GP. And I think I remember one of the. I need to check the CoolPad Legacy S to see if it does that also. I don't recall exactly if it does that or not. I have a lot of videos I need to delete on here, by the way. I have like a bunch of downloaded videos that I just need to delete on my end over here. But yeah, for the most part, I'm kind of disappointed that I don't even get like H.264 or even AVI files because like Adobe Premiere can edit AVI files, but when I port over the videos to Adobe Premiere, the 3GP files, it doesn't recognize them. So I have to transition or I have to convert the video files and the codec, which is ridiculous. I shouldn't have to do that. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, yeah, you can take video on this and pictures, but it's just a pain. You know what I mean? Jeremy Baker says, forget about the Bold N1 right now. It's Christmas season, and this certain influencer who always gets Alcatel phones earlier than anyone on YouTube just reviewed it. Oh, well, I mean, I'm not looking towards Alcatel either, so it's whatever, man. I mean, and that's the thing, like, you know, I don't care if someone's the first to do it or not, and it's whatever at the end of the day. Like, you know, everyone's going to have their own take on whatever phone that they're looking at. So, I mean, there's phones that I've reviewed several months after they've come out. So, I mean, like it doesn't bother me that I'm the first or the last to review a phone. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not going to complain about that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I mean, it's whether you guys want to watch my content or not. You know what I mean? And you know, not everyone's always watching. Not. I think the thing about tech reviews and whatnot is not everyone is always getting the latest and greatest items. You know what I mean? I might not be getting what you're saying either, man. I'm sorry. I might be misunderstanding you. But anyway, that's all right, man. No worries. Jeremy Baker. But either way, like I'm just excited about the holiday season and we'll see how that goes. I mean, again, I'll try to probably get at least aside from the ZTE A Blade 7 and the Coolpad Legacy S, I'm probably going to try to get like at least one more review out before the holidays. And we'll see how that goes, you know what I mean? I don't know what phone I'm going to review. I mean, I've tried putting out polls on my Twitter just to see what people would like me to review, and it's just I think I'm leaning more towards Samsung though on my end, you know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. And I don't know. I mean, do you guys have any questions or comments about my channel? Anything you guys would like me to change? Um, I'm working on a video that has nothing to do with cell phones, by the way. I am reviewing well, not really reviewing. It's more of just like an unboxing of a dog food pet dispenser, and it's a smart one that you can link up with your Wi-Fi. And like right now, it has a camera, and I did not know this, but you can actually record in well, I like how this is getting dark, right? Come on, black and white. But you can see there that it has night vision also on that. That's pretty freaking crazy, by the way. And you can even record video on it, which is pretty cool. So see how that goes. The Galaxy A50 is nice. I've had it in my hands, but it's also really big. Also, let me go to BestBuy.com really quick. I want to, you know, let's check Amazon really quick. I want to see how much it is unlocked. Some Galaxy A50 unlocked. Okay, let's look at that. It's almost $300 unlocked. You know what I mean? But I know like that if you get it at Best Buy, you get like an activation with it. You'll get like $100 off, which I kind of hate that they're doing. The Samsung Galaxy A10. But is this new? No, it's not. There's an A30, which I don't know if that's a newer phone also or what. And it says A30 5G. Does that mean it's a 5G phone? Like, I don't know. No, it's not. Looks pretty good though. Got that dual camera on the back. But I mean, more than likely, I'm probably gonna go with the A20 though. So, CV Tech, man, it's good to have you, buddy. By the way, it's been real to be chit chatting with you every now and then, man. So good to have you. I'm gonna turn this light off, by the way. I'm not a Samsung fan guy, to be honest. I haven't been for the longest time. Ever since I had the Samsung Galaxy S7, I was just super disappointed in the performance of that phone. But I think what killed that for me was that I actually had the iPhone 6s before I had this the Galaxy S7, and the Galaxy S7 came out after the iPhone 6s, and I was just utterly disappointed with the S7's performance, and it was just horrible. Like I just did not like it. Like that's just me though. You know what I mean? Let's see what my friend's saying. Happily wait 17 hours on Black Friday. Goes crazy waiting 5 minutes at the pharmacy. Laughing my ass off, right? Oh man, that's too funny. But yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, I'm gonna wait until either the next couple of checks go through, so put a little money aside so that I can, purchase that next review unit, or I might end up selling a few of these devices here so that I can just buy it straight out. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I've had my hands on the S9, and it was a pretty solid phone from what I remember. Also, I mean, I think they've gotten better. I mean, I'm not gonna say otherwise, you know what I mean. But at the same time, like I'm not using it day to day, you know what I mean. So I can't give too much of a comment there. I kind of want to pull like an Ultratech and buy like an older G6 and just try to use that, like, and try to see what I can do with the G6. You know what I mean? The G6 was a good phone for its time. Let's see. TSB says their UI tends to be very heavy. Yeah, that's the thing about Samsung and like LG skins. You know, their UIs tend to be a little more heavy than other UIs, and that's what causes like the lag and the jank. I don't disagree with you, Jeremy Baker. Okay, you're right about that. It is about the algorithm, but at the same time, you know, not everyone is about the algorithm and making content constantly, you know what I mean? Like I'm not one of those users that makes content constantly, you know what I mean? Um so I don't disagree with you there, but at the same time, I think if you are trying to do this for, you know, the money and career, then I guess that, you know, that would make sense. Yes. But yeah, I was a little disappointed on the video files on this phone. So someone needs to tell ZTE who the heck, you know, uses 3GP files for video codecs anymore. Like that's something I'm gonna probably complain about in my review over there. I'm itching to get to 10K, but only because of the longevity that I've been doing YouTube, man. And I don't think you maybe heard that. But I've been doing YouTube for a long time. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since 2012. Um, but at the same time, you know, there is kind of a limit to what certain YouTubers can do. You know what I mean? What does longevity have to do with anything? Well, if you're doing something for a long time, ultimately someone wants to reach a specific goal, right? So in my case, you know, I was saying to CV Tech earlier that I thought I would have already hit my milestone that I would have hit, which I haven't. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying YouTube owes me anything. You know what I mean? When did I ever say any of that, Mr. Jeremy Baker? Like I don't know where those comments are coming from, man. There's no intention of saying anything. I'm not saying I am owed anything. You know what I mean? I think, you know, the stuff that I have put in, you know, I think that I should be well over 10K by now. You know what I mean? But that's just not the case. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know, I'm not gonna cry over it. I'm not gonna cry over spilled beans. But at the same time, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Why do you think you should have 10K? Well, I'm literally almost there. I mean, and I've put out a lot more videos than people that have way less content that do have more than 10,000 subscribers. So there's that. You know what I mean? But again, that's my personal opinion. You might disagree with with what I'm thinking here, and that's okay. Also, man, no worries. I mean, some people have their thoughts and opinions, and you know, I appreciate that, man. But you know, this is what I think, and if you don't like it, okay, I'm sorry, man. Like that's what I think. But at the end of the day, it's whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for a handout or anything like that either. How many videos have I done since the summer? Yeah, I'm not keeping count, man, but I just know that I am over a specific amount of videos, and I think that's pretty good. So that's a good question, man. Honestly, I do not know. That does not include live streams. You know what I mean? You know, unfortunately, my day job takes priority over YouTube, man. So that's one thing that I cannot tell you. I can look it up. I mean, shoot, let's see. Since summer, how many videos have I done since the summer? Let's see. What would you consider the start of summer, Mr. Jeremy Baker? Yeah, no, I know it's not you trolling. Wow, how many YouTube tabs do I have open? I have like a bunch of YouTube tabs open. Let's see. What would you consider the beginning of summer? And well, okay, let's see here. I need to open up my tab here. It's already November, right? Or it's already going to be December. Okay, June. So since June, let's see. I'm going to click my channel here. Actually, you know what? Let's just change the number here. Let's do maybe like 50 instead. Hold on, I need to move this really quick because I'm like on my computer over here, by the way. Okay, June, let's see, posted on June 12. Okay, can I do 100? No, okay. So, okay, what do we got here? June 7th, June 7th. Okay, so June. So let's see, I'm gonna literally count for you, Mr. Baker, how many videos I've put out since then, because I really don't know. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. Let me go back. Well, okay, I'm gonna count those 3 plus the 50 that were on that page. So I've done 53 videos, or at least I'm pretty sure 53, not including my live streams. So and I don't even want to count my live streams. Let's see. Let me just go back here really quick. Yeah, since June the second, which was the first YouTube video I posted since June, up until November, I should have posted about 50 some videos, which is pretty good for me. You know what I mean? A lot of big content creators usually only post like once or twice a week. You know what I mean? Not everyone has the time to be putting in several videos throughout the day, man. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by he stating that he doesn't have money to be buying phones, to keep buying phones. I agree. I don't have the money to buy phones. I mean, it's not there. You know what I mean? I do get a check for you from YouTube monthly, but it's not crazy money where I can be like constantly buying review units either. You know what I mean? I mean, it really depends uh, at the time. Okay, and that's the thing, man. Like, I don't follow Alcatel, man. So if you know if you're trying to give me some insider information, man, I would prefer a direct DM in person instead, especially if it's under $100. You know what I mean? That's a good deal in my opinion. But sorry if I misunderstood you on those last comments, man. But I mean, I'm not really into that kind of stuff either. Where oh, like let's be the first to post videos on something like that, because sometimes I'm not. You know what I mean? And that's just not really something I care about anymore at this point. You know what I mean? I think, like TSB said, sometimes it's about quality over the quantity. Um, and again, whether YouTube's algorithm picks up my videos or not, oh well. You know what I mean? I think, there's a lot of content creators out there that don't have to deal with stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I hope that one day I don't either. And I hope that one day that my subscription level is my viewership, basically. You know what I mean? And that the stuff doesn't have to be picked up by YouTube's algorithm. But until then, of course, YouTubers like myself, we have to depend on the algorithm at times. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying otherwise. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not gonna force it and try going out of my way to do things, especially when it's not in my best interest, especially financially. And there's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? So, but anywho, guys, I think I'm going to get off. It's been a long night, and I do have to work early morning, which I always tend to do these late night streams when I have to work early morning, and I don't know why. Hopefully, I can get some raw footage of the video and picture quality on these budget phones that I'm testing out over here. So thank you all for joining in tonight, and thank you guys for following my channel always. Again, Jeremy Baker. Regardless of whatever stuff we've been talking about, I'm glad to have you here, and I'm glad you're a follower, man. So just thanks for continuing to follow my channel, man. I really appreciate it. So again, guys, hope you guys had a good holidays. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Again, keep an eye out on my next videos. CV Tech, thanks again. TSB, Michael Hill, Manu Vegas, Jeremy Baker. You guys have a great night, man. Thanks again. We'll see you guys next time, okay?